we thank you very much for being here. We have one more camera crew. I was looking at the door to see, but fortunately they're out there right now filming one of our classes at the Aquatic Center. So I know all of us are thrilled that actually there's a class going on and it's being filmed so we can continue to show what a great program this is. So I'm going to begin and welcome all of you to be here today. You know, Learn to Swim couldn't be one of the most important things we've ever accomplished here at the Greensboro Coliseum Complex and for the city of Greensboro. And I thank you, of course, for being here with us today as we celebrate another successful year of the Greensboro Aquatic Center's Learn to Swim program with the Guilford County Schools. It's been an absolutely great partnership. But driving the success of our program and this life-changing impact that it has on all these young people, since our opening at the Aquatic Center in 2011, has been our first manager of the Aquatic Center, and now the current executive director, after she retired, to head up our Learn to Swim program. Susan Brayman wrote the North Carolina Education Department certified program. She worked with teachers across Guilford County and got their contributions and evaluated and researched. And her own research, when Susan and I did this X number of years ago in Fort Lauderdale, and she put that all together and got it approved by the North Carolina Education Department. And I'm so pleased if you would help me join in welcoming Susan to come up and speak to our special announcement today.
Thank you, Matt. I'm just so excited to share with this day with you and start by telling you, as Matt mentioned, that as we speak next door, we're providing swimming lessons for 41 second graders from Fraser Elementary School. Yeah. So Fraser is one of the 46 elementary schools that we plan to host and teach water safety and swim lessons to this year. That 46 marks the highest number in this program history. For anyone who has not seen a lesson, and the tremendous enthusiasm generated by both the instructors and the students involved, I want you to take a look at this video, please.
You guys doing good today? Yeah! Are you excited to be here? Yeah!
Three is 7 years old, about to turn 8 this year. He's a great student. Right now he's loving the swimming. He's very active, very outgoing, always willing to help. He loves the water. He loves the race. So. You can do anything. Anything is possible.
One of the instructors that's featured in that video is Greensboro Aquatic Center instructor Jamie Miller, who's with us today, and he was the inaugural recipient of the T. Diane Bellamy Smalls Learn to Swim Service Award. But today, we're here to recognize the second annual Learn to Swim Volunteer Service Award. This award is named in honor of T. Diane Bellamy Small, Guilford Board of Education member and Greensboro Aquatic Center volunteer. The award is to honor someone that has provided the support and the commitment and the dedicated service to our Learn to Swim program. Today I'm honored to announce that Mike Leonard is the recipient of the second annual T. Diane Bellamy Small Learn to Swim Service Award. A longtime Greensboro Aquatic Center Learn to Swim program volunteer, Mike passed away in 2022. In his honor, the Friends of the Mike Leonard Fund was created. Contributions to the Friends of the Mike Leonard Fund have raised $75,885 for the program's Learn to Swim for Guilford County Schools. These donations that have been collected in Mike's memory are funding all the second grade students at Sternberger Elementary School and at Lindley Park Elementary School for the upcoming 23-24 school year. At this time, I would like to now invite up to join me Mike's children, Jonathan Leonard, Travis Leonard, and Allie Grantham. We have a special certificate to present to the family. Congratulations.
Bear with me, I'm a little more nervous than I thought I would be. On behalf of our family, we'd like to thank everyone for being here. This is such an honor for our family to be standing up here. We want to especially thank the Learn to Swim organization, including Mr. Brown, Ms. Brayman, Mr. Beard, Mr. Oliver, Ms. Rachel, everybody involved. Through the enthusiasm, the care, and the stories that were told at Starmount back in May, your passion for this organization is truly contagious. We'd also like to specifically thank Cindy McElworth and Lee Kirkman for spearheading the start of this back in September. As we mentioned to you guys in May, our family is all in on continuing to support this unbelievable program. As most of you may know, my dad was Greensboro through and through. This is the place where he raised his family and the place that he grew up. He couldn't go to the store or restaurant or anywhere without seeing 10 people he knew, and this was truly his home. Besides my mom, the water was his true love. Whether it was at the lake, swimming laps with his very great friend John Riley, or teaching kids how to swim, the water was where he was happiest. My dad never told anyone he was volunteering at the GAC. That's just who he was. I found out when a friend of mine, who was a second grade teacher, mentioned she took her class to the pool and my dad was one of the swim instructors. She couldn't stop telling me how much the kids enjoyed him as their teacher, but also how happy he was seeing the kids smile and overcoming their fear of the water. My dad couldn't have been more excited to be able to teach his grandkids how to swim. They were his world. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Tomorrow will be the end of the worst year of our family's lives. But in Be Like Mike fashion, today I want to focus on a few of the positives from this year. First, we have the most unbelievable family and friends that you can imagine. The amount of love that has been shown to us this year from so many people has been amazing. I can go on and on about this, but we know how truly blessed we are. I can't even begin to thank everyone that has been there for us, especially for my mom during this year. Speaking of family, our family's growing, and we couldn't be more excited. On August 17th, my brother welcomed in his third child, a baby boy with a pretty cool name. And my sister is welcoming her third child in March, her first daughter, and we can't wait to spoil her. The last positive I wanted to mention is the reason we're all gathered here today. Through family, friends, co-workers, fundraisers, and other ways, there's been over $75,000 donated to this organization in honor of my dad. And as I mentioned before, my dad loved Greensboro more than any place in the world. And though we won't be able to teach his grandkids how to swim, I know he'd be extremely proud to know that one of his many legacies will be being a big part in helping every kid in Greensboro learn to swim. I know he has a big smile on his face knowing that right now. So once again, from the bottom of our hearts, we cannot thank everyone enough for being here, and we can't thank everyone enough in this organization, everyone in this organization for this honor. Our family is all in, and we're so excited to continue to contribute and support the Learn to Swim program for a long time. Thank you.
Come on, Amy, you got to stand up because you got to be greatly proud of this young, beautiful family. Have Amy Leonard, please, recognize. So as Jim Melvin, our chairman of our Greensboro Sports Foundation, Mark Bush back in the room there, also with the Sports Foundation, and many others who are here, Ted Oliver and others who have raised almost over $900,000 that have been raised to contribute to Learn to Swim program in our community is an extraordinary achievement that's not ending thanks to the friends of Mike Leonard. But put that picture back up. So Mike Leonard is the essence of representing what I think Greensboro is all about. In my 30 years, it was an extraordinary recognition of the volunteerism that Greensboro is so noted for. We couldn't do any of our major events in our community without volunteers. But those volunteers are hosting people coming into our community. This volunteer is saving lives. And it's a real tribute to they're a great family, but it's a tribute to what Greensboro in the essence and how much Jonathan talked about Mike Leonard's love for the community. So he speaks it and he did it and he performed it and he lives it even today. It will live on in his honor. And I know T. Diane Bellamy Small, who's been an advocate for our Learn to Swim program from the day she voted for the Aquatic Center, regrets not being able to join us here today with Dr. Oakley, but that's the volunteerism that you see. Jamie Miller, who's been with us since 2011, from the first groundbreaking for the Aquatic Center all through every lesson that exists there every day. So those are the volunteers that are out there helping to provide that service to the community. we couldn't do this without the partnership that we've been so fortunate to develop with the Guilford County Schools leadership. And I don't think we've ever in my time have had a better, more aggressive leader than somebody homegrown in our community. So please join me in welcoming Dr. Whitney Oakley to say a few words.
Hard act to follow, for sure. But it did feel like a very, you go to things here like last weekend at the Folk Festival, and there's like these Greensboro moments, and you're like, oh, that's why I'm never leaving. That's why I'm going to raise my kids here. All of the things. But just appreciate the offer to come and speak today, and Board Member Bellamy Small does send her regrets. So just wanted to share a few brief words. I was also thinking, like, people are probably thinking, Lindley and Sternberger, don't they already know how to swim in second grade? And the answer is no, they don't. And so while we do have access to lots of great resources here, we are also becoming a community that has less access when we think about things. So just for an example, a fact that some people might not know, we're the 50th largest district in the country out of 14,000. So when you think about the footprint that this school system has, it's pretty remarkable. Of our 124, soon to be 125 schools, 92 of them receive universal free breakfast and free lunch. And so when we're thinking about access to lessons, access to private pools, access to community pools, I don't want us to lose sight of the growing need for us to step up and volunteer, not just in this way, but in many, many other ways. Congratulations to the Leonard family. I don't know you, but I probably do. If we have a few conversations, I feel like that's what happens in Greensboro, right? But the Learn to Swim program is an example of what we can do when we can put differences aside and come around to common good. And this city is really, really good at that and has been for some time. Since it started 12 years ago, community support has allowed us to grow from just a few hundred students to now thousands of students from 46 different schools. These are students who are now not only safer around the water, but they also have another way to be physically active and have a healthy lifestyle because they know how to swim. And we all know about the competition with screens these days. So it's more than just learning how to swim. To those of you who are already donating and volunteering your time and your financial resources to this effort, thank you. Thank you for your commitment to our students and for your partnership with the district. As educators, we know, and we talk about it all the time, that trusted adults can turn into both inside and outside of school a really important thing for kids to have. And this program is just one more opportunity for our students to find those adults. And he trusts him in this moment. I mean, you can just feel it and see it and know it to be true. And when we talk about school safety, there's not like a piece of equipment that's going to make schools the most safe. It's going to be trusted relationships with adults. And so it really, really, really matters. To those of you wondering how you can help, there's two ways. As I said, Learn to Swim currently supports 46 schools, and we hope to eventually reach all 68 of our elementary schools here. To do that, we're constantly recruiting volunteer coaches and additional financial resources to help keep the program going. We don't want to leave any single child out, especially when it comes to a potential life-saving skill like swimming. What we've accomplished so far is incredible to see. You should be so proud. I know that you are. And it's an inspiring reminder of what this community is able to do when we work on a common goal. And so I know we'll continue to see the work forward. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Oakley. We wouldn't be here today without a community led by leadership on the City Council who saw the need for this facility back during the crisis of the financial crisis of 08 and 09. City chose to control its own destiny. One of those ways we said, Ted Oliver went and spoke to hundreds of civic groups and said we needed an aquatic center to attract large meets to come to Greensboro and generate economic impact for our community. And when we were doing that, we also said it would serve our community's needs, from seniors exercising in the morning to lap swimmers and to learn to swim, and to operating 19 hours a day, 7 days a week, 360 days a year. Our staff is the best in the country, led by David Hoover and many of the other ones who are with us here. Please, if you would, stand up, all the Aquatic Center staff that are here. The success of the Aquatic Center in less than 10 years led to the expansion of additional fourth pool in our facility. Greensboro now has the largest aquatic center in the country. The largest aquatic center in the country. It's an economic engine. Ask any hotelier, restaurateur, filling up rooms. We don't do it two times a year. We do it 12 months a year. There's meets here all the time, but because of that fourth pool that the City Council agreed to support, we're able to continue all of our other programming, whether it's senior rehab in the morning or whether it's learn to swim or swim teams or high schoolers. All that activity remains while we're bringing and generating economic impact from teams coming throughout the United States to come here because we have the fastest pool in the country and the largest aquatic center in America. So we wouldn't be here without the support of the Greensboro City Council. I couldn't think of a better representative to be here today, representing Mayor Nancy Vaughn, who would have loved to be here. But Mary Kay Abbins-Wader, our City Council woman at large, is here, and I know she has been from day one enthusiastically supporting this program, so we're thrilled to welcome her to speak with you today.
I am not only thrilled, I am completely honored to be here today, to be with everyone. I'm on the Sports Foundation and see many of the Sports Foundation board here. I see many employees of the Coliseum, the staff, Matt Brown and his crews. You know, you always have a fear that you may forget to mention someone, and it happened to me about 2 weeks ago. So I will not go into naming names, but I just want you all to know that everyone here has played a part, not only in this program, but also in the Aquatic Center as a whole. I'm just, since 2011 it's been open. I had just been elected to City Council when it opened, and it was one of the highlights of that year. And to know that over the years it has increased, and its popularity and the economic engine, as Mr. Brown said, has brought more and more people here. And not only for the hotels, restaurants, but you know, a lot of those people get to go around the city and see what a wonderful city we have. So all of that, you know, with the Greensboro hospitality, with volunteers. I didn't know Mike Leonard did this. And as was stated earlier, a lot of people didn't. Volunteers in Greensboro do not brag that they volunteer. They do it out of the goodness of their heart, and that is what is so important. So thank you for sharing him with us. And so many of us now we know. The Learn to Swim program is very, very heartfelt to me. I have two very close friends who lost their sons by drowning. And I cannot tell you the heartache and grief they had. And had this program been in place perhaps when they were coming through school, it's possible that that family would not have had the heartache that they go through every single year. So I am thrilled that this Learn to Swim program, let's see, it has taught 12,568 second graders how to swim since it started in 2011. That is so important. The whole success of the Greensboro Aquatic Center has totally exceeded the expectations we ever thought would happen. And it's programs like this, the Learn to Swim program, that is not only wonderful for our community, but it also makes our community safer. So thank you all for being here, and I have thoroughly enjoyed every minute of this and listening to the family, Dr. Oakley, Susan, everyone. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Mary Kay. Pleased to have with us also Guilford County School Board member Bill Goebel has just arrived here, so we appreciate his making an effort to join us as well. Alan's in the back? Oh, sorry about that. Thanks for being here. We appreciate both of you being here. It's an important partnership that we cherish. You know, years ago we tried to figure out how do you pay for a bus driver? How do you pay for the bus? How do you pay for a kid's medal? How do you pay for the certificate? How do you pay for, a towel? How do you pay for a bathing suit? Our kids don't pay anything. The parents don't pay anything. Through the partnership with the Guilford County Schools, Speedo support of the Greensboro Aquatic Center, these kids don't pay anything. Their parents don't pay anything. And we're just a fraction. 12,000 is a long way from our goal. We're not done yet. We got a long way to go. If through another tragedy, it's even sparked high schoolers to come here. So through donations raised by Richard Beard and the sports backers at Page High School, we now have high school swimmers coming here. What's the number this week they're coming, David? 30 high schoolers are coming who don't know how to swim. The same kids are going to go to the beach and act like they know how to swim and you get caught in a riptide. We're teaching them how to swim. You know, and someday, I hope to get to the parents. Because you can't imagine what it's like to watch a parent walk into the graduation. Mary Kay's nodding. We used to do the graduations in on the deck of the pool. And the parents couldn't find a back wall any further away from the pool than the edge of the pool. And while they had tears of joy watching their children be able to jump in a pool and get a certificate, they went through this exhausting certified program that Susan Brayman wrote. But I said, you know, one day we're going to get you in the pool. No one should ever drown for the lack of the opportunity to be taught how to, nothing else. We're not asking you to be an Olympic swimmer. We want to save your life. That's all. It's a simple tool, and we should do that. So thank you to the Leonard family. Jonathan, you did a great job representing Travis and Amy and your mom. So, and the rest of your friends and family who have been here with you and raising the money. Everything we do is to do more and more and more to more kids. So thank you for your contribution today. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting the Aquatic Center, and thank you for supporting the Guilford County Schools and the GAC Learn to Swim program. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it.